Okay, so we've come to the end of our diary writing unit. So tomorrow we will be writing a diary entry based on Stanley's first few days at Camp Green Lake, and today we're going to be planning for that. So the events that happened in Stanley's first few days are described in chapters 4 to 9 of Holes, which you've read for whole class reading, but you should absolutely feel free to deviate from the book slightly and add your own details about what happened. So the diary entry will obviously be in past tense because we're writing as if Stanley is writing about what happened in his first 2 days at camp. Here's what the rough overview or outline of our diary entries will be. So, on day one, we'll start off talking about the journey to Camp Green Lake. So, what was that bus journey like? What was I thinking or feeling? Remember that whenever you write Camp Green Lake in your plan or in your text, it needs to have capital letters. And then we'll talk about getting the clothes, the orange jumpsuit, and being given a tour of the camp by Mr. Sir. And then after that, we can talk about meeting the other boys and going to dinner, about how the other boy seemed, what he ate for dinner, what it was like. On day two, it'll be about him waking up early to go digging. How did he feel? What was the shovel like? What was he told to do? And then struggling to dig. So we've read that chapter where he gets blisters on his hands and he has to find a way around that. He finds that if he jumps on the shovel quite a lot, he can dig more easily. So talking through all of those things. And then in the evening, going back to the camp and spending time with the other boys. So remember, when you are writing a plan, you don't need to write full sentences. We're going to be writing full sentences tomorrow. We just need short notes about what happened and how we felt to help us organize our writing. So here's my example of the start of my plan for day one. So just that first section, the journey to Camp Green Lake, I've written that he was in a rusty and shaky bus, 8 hour journey through the desert. There was no life anywhere as far as I could see. A stern looking guard and driver sat in silence the entire time. I was lost in my thoughts, wondering how I got myself into this situation, and drove past a half broken sign for Camp Green Lake. Some of the eaves had fallen off, stepped off the bus into what seemed like a furnace. So I've just got some rough ideas there. I've taken some content from the book, but I've also added some of my own details that weren't in the book, but they still fit with the general structure of what we're writing.